Hello everyone and welcome to High Plane Racing. My name's Simon and I thought it'd be fun to do a 6-track long race season of the new Formula E DLC that has been added to Formula Legends, a game that I very much enjoy. So I'm popping the difficulty onto hard because what I'm finding on launch is there's some tracks I'm very good at and I will beat the AI, and then there's some where I'll probably get lapped. And there's very little in between. So I thought this would be quite interesting. And I'm going to leave attack mode as automatic, battery consumption on, damage as normal. I was toying with going for heavy, but we'll keep it as normal because some of the AI lines are still being worked out in the game, but collision's very much on. Do you know what? I'm going to go qualification lap 0. Let's go in blind, shall we? And see how we get on. What's the worst that can happen? So when we're going for a championship, I think we'll kick off with China because that's probably a circuit that I'll feel most comfortable with. And in fact, we'll go Asian first. So then we'll go to Japan, which I really struggle with. Then I think we'll do the Americas next, and we'll go to Miami. Then we'll do Brazil. Oh, crumbs, it's my own fault. There we go. 6 tracks, you idiot. There we go. Right, let's try that again. Well done, Simon. Right. China, Japan, Miami. Then we'll go Brazil. And then we'll round it off in Europe where we'll do the British round. And then it's got to end up at Tempelhof, hasn't it? I think it is the iconic one, so let's go there. Or the main staple. Whenever I think of Formula E, I think of Tempelhof. So let's make that the season finale. And we'll leave it as variable weather. Weather doesn't really play too much of a part in the Formula E stuff. So we'll go for that. I was toying with who to go for. And I think what we'll do is, because he's just announced his retirement, we'll go with Lucas Di Grassi, and we'll ruin his final season in competitive motorsport. So that will then leave Lucas Di Grassi in. I feel like we should have Andretti in there, as they've been there all along. Same with DS Penske. Mahindra should be in, as they've been there all along as well. Jaguar, Envision. Do you know what? Let's go for Nissan. Although I think I might turn off Envision and go for Porsche. There we go. That feels like a relatively well-rounded grid, I think. We'll soon find out. But yes, let's go for... It's because I put in Lola as the 7th team, and they are relatively new to the championships. That's what's ruining that for me. But I feel like we can have some fun. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Of course, it's going to be raining straight off the bat. Oh, good, it's got Verlining obviously as well for Porsche. Verline, Barnard, Roland, De Vries, Dennis Drukovic, Muller, Mortara, Zanoni. Yes. Alrighty. We're off and away. Now I'm going to use some battery boost, but then I think I'm going to chill round turns 1 and 2. Although, if everyone's going wide, I'll go down the inside line. Thank you very much. And we'll have that straight off the bat. China is definitely the circuit that I feel like I'm strongest at. So if I end up like doing exceptionally well on this track, bear with it. I will totally fail. But I think in part it's because it's such a wide open circuit, and that allows you to kind of get used to Formula Legends' kind of lean on it mentality when it comes to steering. But also I'm so used to driving this track for like 2 decades It just is, isn't it? So, you can see I'm kind of switching around some of the... Ah! Alright, Nick. Oliver, Bravo, Roland. It's because I know someone called Nick Roland, that's why. Confused me slightly. So, the reason why I went for long races is because that will give us a real stretch on the 2 attack modes. As you can see, Dennis and Barnard ahead are already in theirs and counting down. And that's why they're escaping off and up the road. Ah! That went a bit wrong there. But it also really pushes you into some, like, real deft energy management too. So I am going to go through the attack thing. You can see it's got up to 42%. So what we're doing it this time around. Roland's now in attack mode behind. You can really see how the AI have split off onto different strategies of themselves. And I find with these tracks that some attack modes are far easier than other. That is the Andretti up on top, now coming to the end of their attack mode. Barnard a few seconds behind, actually. And we've got our first in the pits. 77% now on attack mode. You don't have... unlike Formula E, you don't actually have to like drive through the entire thing, which is good. Roland and Muller not too far behind. Yeah, there's no point trying to get the stuff going there as we're coming into Jake Dennis. 50% on the battery. Let's do attack mode this time around. There we go. Right, we're off. You can see it's triggered because you can see the number starting to go down. Especially on the timing as well, but on the bottom right hand corner. So it's like a really spread out track. Someone clearly at the back of the field has taken pit boost as well because they're all on their own. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, I thought I was going to get a penalty then, but no. There you can see 8 tenths faster by doing attack mode, and that's the least optimal way around that corner. So you can really see how attack mode really does draw you in. I've pulled 2 seconds on Roland and now Mortara, who's up into 6th position. Can we do something about Jake Dennis, I wonder? Andretti. Barnard's in the pits. Are you going in the pits? No, you're not. Let's see if we can go round the outside, round the outside. Give us room. Nice. You can see I could have driven through attack mode there because you can see I'm on a cooldown. You can see where it's got 46, 45. That's telling you of how many seconds are left until cooldown is in. Roland now in attack mode as well. Still 11 seconds behind the race leader though, who is clearly in a class of 1 up ahead. I don't think I'll be able to catch them, unfortunately. Oof. So that's Roland's now past Dennis in that very nippy Nissan, and I think I might have buggered this up a bit. We're going to have to go into savings mode now. That gets us back up to 22. I'm going to pit at the end of this lap. As you can see, there's one of the back markers in as well. Oh, I was so busy looking at the track map, I forgot to turn. This is one of the things I love about this new DLC, is it's really difficult to know who's doing where, as the race leaders into the pits as well. I think this is my cue to come in too. Let's do it and get this pit boost in. I'm going to recharge my battery as well, and I think it makes more sense to do so in the longer races than it does to the short ones, because whilst it does extend out your pit stop, as you can see, go. Oh, it's a nice thing there. You can see Muller. So I've lost like 3 seconds. Now you can see I'm in pit boost. You can see it's all green. So we've got Mitch Evans and Zane Maloney 11-12 seconds up the road. But I think I'm leading the pitters. Is that Drogovic there in 11th? Yeah, it is. Not too far behind. Oh, that looked like a drama going on behind us. Pit boost not quite lasting the whole lap. Maloney now in attack mode as well. Alright, let's see what we can do. Gently clipping some attack mode there. So we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, it's 5-6 laps including this one. I knew there'd be a track limit somewhere. So it's Evans who was the detached one that pitted really early on in the Jaguar. There's Roland in the pits. This will be interesting to see how we do versus him. That was a terrible line. He's going to beat us out, isn't he? Yeah. Ah, Roland's done it. Andy was straight into attack mode. He's going to pull away because he's got pit boost. Can you see? Look how many temps he's yoinking away. Mr. Roland, stop it. Oh, Christ. Maloney in the pits. I think we'll leapfrog him. Yeah, he's not. Oh, he's just exiting his pit garage now, so we're okay. So next up, Verline is 9 seconds up the road. That's fine to a point. Looking dry for me now. Nissan and Porsche sandwich. Miller's still keeping good of us. Gunther in the Penske in attack mode. Evans now in the pits. I think we'll get him quite happily. Oh, so it wasn't Evans in the pits. It was his teammate, obviously, wasn't it? Earlier on. Alright, now we're in attack mode. Let's go, go, go. Let's try and do some blasting of the past in as we spear through. Like, that is blatantly a corner cut, but okay. Getting a little bit aggressive with myself as we clear Mortara in the pits. Okay, we've got just over 20% there. Okay, now let's clear this out. Is there still people left to pit, or is this genuinely where we are? Because I feel like we've shuffled back. No, there's Dennis in the pits. Okay. Oh, Christ. Okay, and I think we can absolutely bomb it down this last straight and use all of our power. Or a lot of it, at least. Let's see if we can do anything dramatic with Roland. I don't think you've got attack mode there, Roland, but okay. Yeah, no, we're spending that too quickly. You've got to be so careful flipping between all the different modes. So it looks like we've got a winner. And was it really in any doubt at all? Oh, Roland, what did you do that for? You didn't have any attack mode left. Yoink! Oh, cheers that one. With some cola. So well done to our winner. It is the Mahindra of Nick de Vries. Emulating that championship winning mode, potentially. Taylor Barnard second for DS Penske. Pascal Wehrlein third in the Porsche. Di Grassi, there we go, fourth. I'll take that. 12 points on the board already, ahead of Ollie Rowland. Nico Müller ahead of Maximilian Gunther in the second Penske. Penske's doing well, and Porsche to be fair. Zane Maloney 8, so a double point score for Lola. We'll take that. And the two Andrettis of Dennis and Drogovic rounding out the points. Mortara da Costa was the one that pitted really, really early and off everyone else's strategy. Norman Nato didn't even spot during that race. Mitch Evans ending up plumb last. Look at the real spread though. So not only do you have like about a 2-second spread of times for best lap, but like I find this with the Formula E pack versus everything else in this game, the field spread is wider because of all the different strategies of who's doing well and not. So your drivers are as they are, but Mahindra leads the constructors ahead of Penske and Porsche. Just 2 points between the three of them, with Lola, Nissan and Andretti, and Jaguar on the 0 scores. So I'm sure they will dive into the next race, where we are off to Japan. And I will say, oh my god, it's another rainy one. Welcome to the Soggy Championship. I am atrocious at this track. I cannot do Sector 1 to save my life. So I apologise in advance for this sadness that we're going to see. Perfect start though. No, Muller. No. Oh! Massive smash there for Dennis. Barnard involved. Is this going to get us around the outside of Muller, who somehow ended up back ahead of us again after all of that? No, Gunther survived it too. Alright, a little smidge of attack boost, but not tons. This is one of those tracks where it's got an absolutely monumental straight and then some absolutely crazy corners like that I always get wrong. There we go, the end of lap 1 done. Used quite a bit of battery there. Nope. It's this weird little switchback. Roland and Evans already in attack mode. Oh, that quick. But again, it looks like we're kind of in no man's land in the middle here because of whatever's gone on behind us. Evans now clear, Muller's in attack mode as well. So I think they'll be coming because this massive long straight is going to pull them in. Nick de Vries immediately into the pits at the end of lap 2. That's very early. But to be fair, with such a massive field spread, and here comes Evans, he's going to get past us at the end of his attack mode. I need to remember not to brake for turn 2 and that you can take it flat. And that one as well. It's so counterintuitive to me to go wider on those corners. I want to take them as tight as possible. But I don't actually think that's the fastest way at all. I'm going to have to really consciously think about an attack mode soon. They're well up the road by a good 7 seconds. Oh, problems. Dragovic into the pits. And his Andretti. Using way too much power. Let's go wide. That gets us up to 80. Loses us 6/10 in the process. Good, it stopped raining. Felix da Costa now behind us, up into 7th. Interesting that. So, to me, that Dragovic has actually leapfrogged De Vries in the pits, but I'm not sure what order they were in when they came in. Oh, hello. But that's not quite worked. Felix da Costa goes into the pits. Oh, is that De Vries just behind? No, it's Nato. Sorry, in the Nissan. My bad. That's a bit wider. Let's see how this works. I actually think that attack mode is the better one to take attack mode in, because then you've got this massive long flat out straight. Oh no! Famous last words! You idiot. That's helped us get away. Maloney's beat us out the pits. That's how far ahead they are from me. Crikey. It's not good at all, is it? Oscar Verline in the lead, now in attack mode himself. He's got a massive gap over one of the other. Might be a Mahindra actually in second, judging by the dot colour. So that looks like Evans into the pits. Oh! Oh! Quick, into the pits! Gonna need some repairs! That's the first time I've ever seen that. Oh dear, right, okay. That was a very Formula E style accident as well, wasn't it? Just suddenly on the roof as we beat out one of the... is that the Pence? No, it's the Andretti of Dennis, who's having an atrocious run just like us. Alright, so we came out behind Felix da Costa, who we were ahead of before we were conveniently on our side. I told you I was terrible at this race. Verline leads the way now. 50 seconds clear. So that looks like the other Jaguar is into the pits now. Oh, not into the pits, on the pit straight, sorry. Oh, Dennis. So Dennis is doing attack boost and... Oh my god, Simon. Oh. There's Verline pits. Oh, we're a lap behind. That's how bad we're doing. Dennis on attack mode. There we go. Actually, Dennis causing problems for Nick Rowland. Ollie Rowland, sorry, is going to be constantly called Nick just because of someone who I know. But Maximilian Gunther now leads for Penske. Nick de Vries down in 10th. That early pit stop has not worked for him at all, considering he was ahead of us. So he would have been, what, top 5? I'm assuming Gunther's still got to pit, because he was, what, 10 seconds ahead of us before all of this kicked off? Does he pit? No, he does not. Come on, the battle for wooden spoon. Ah, no. Oh my god. I am falling apart. No! Dennis, no! I mean, no blue flags at least. Oh god, we're going to directly out in sort out the race, aren't we? Wow, I mean, it looks fantastic as someone's into the pits. That looks like Gunther, doesn't it? Verline into the lead. He's on attack mode. Don't hit the leader. Don't back Jos Verstappen this. Okay, it's a little bit more. Oh, I don't want to be lapped. This is embarrassing. Another into the pits. Going to rejoin in 12th. Alrighty. Oh, so we are bang on 100, but not actually hitting attack mode. That's interesting as well. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen either. Take the attack mode on the back straight. And Matto in the pits, so he's not going to be scoring again by the looks of it in that Nissan unless he uses his attack boost incredibly well. Here we are, we're off and away on ours now. So careful. It's because I'm so aggressively trying to ride these curves. It just doesn't work. That's my best lap in now in the 46s. I wonder if I can get a 45 in whilst we're on attack mode or not. That was a silly track limit warning. Try and make a respectable fast lap. Or not. I've used so much battery as well. Taylor Barnard down in 12th. This is a real, like, reverse-a-roo in positions. Meadow Mortara into the pits. So that's going to put Muller up into the points. Whilst his teammate is about to win. Across the line he goes. Pascal Wehrlein wins. Is that going to accept that I'm a lap down? No, it's going to make me feel very terrible. And I think we're going to have to play the whole... Well, we're going to have to play Let's Not Smash Into the Barriers, Simon, but also at the same time we're going to have to harvest a bit as well. And I think maybe that's where, apart from just driving into barriers constantly, I need to be better at working out in the slow corners, harvest things nicely, and that should help. That's terrible. Plum last. Sorry, Lucas Di Grassi. Maybe you want to retire now. Idiot. But that is a Porsche win for Pascal Wehrlein. Then Maloney on the podium, so at least our teammate did well. And Felipe Drugovich, that earlier pit stop, but not quite the earliest one, worked well for him. He ended up in third. Mitch Evans fourth for Jaguar, ahead of Gunther de Vries. Still scored points for Mahindra after his win. Roland da Costa, Nato gets off the board, as does Muller in the Porsche. And we were still the slowest car. Oh well. Never mind. Still close to Jake Dennis though. Even like it doesn't matter if we're battling for nearly a podium or dead last. Still together. So it's only Mortara that's yet to get off the board. That was a good run for Jaguar though, grabbing 16 points, nearly getting them up to Andretti. And with thanks to Zane Maloney, Lola are now equal second with DS Penske. So that works out well for us. But Pascal Wehrlein leads the championship by 7 points. Interesting times. We're still in the top 10. I'll take it. Right. Now we're off to the Americas. Let's have a go at Miami, baby. And finally, a little bit of sunshine. Which is a little bit ironic because this Formula 1 race got moved forward. Interesting grid there. I like the little meeple peoples on the side of the track bouncing around a little bit. I love you, thank you very much. Oh, but I don't want to hit Mortara. But I have. Oh. Oh dear. Right. So this track has a couple of really funky chicanes like that as we dive down the inside of Mortara. Next up is the first of 2 Nissans with Nato ahead, although de Vries has just been taken over by Nato's teammate there, so oh, nice cat. De Vries Drugovich up leading the race there, Felipe. Oh, sorry. Oh, and then he hits the wall. That's not going to help. Oliver Rowland there. I didn't want to take attack mode, so I took an extra break in. De Vries there struggling to get round Rowland despite being in attack mode. That attack mode didn't work particularly well, I think, for de Vries. And Drugovich hasn't got miles away up front despite using all of that attack mode, and we're now in ours. I didn't want that to trigger so early. Never mind. Let's go and see if we can claw something back. I didn't realise I was in economy mode whilst also being an attack boost. But look at how powerful you can make it down the straight as we dive past Ollie Rowland, who now takes attack mode. We're going through this quite quickly. Verline up against Dragovic for the lead as well. This looks quite juicy up front. We're at the end of ours, but I don't think we can do much of... Oh no, we can! We'll sneak through, thank you very much. And now we'll have a go at Dragovic, past him. What can we do against Pascal Verline? Ha 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 ha! Naughty Pascal, but we're through. Into the lead. Roland gets past De Vries in the background. Natto has got a fair amount as well. Penskis has been into the pits, and that's the one that's running all on its own at the back. But actually, we're working really well with battery power in terms of where we are in the race. This might equate itself to a really nifty little pit stop where I don't actually take... Yeah, look, pulling away. Loving this version of my life after the absolute shindig that was Japan. This is working quite nicely. Now I'm going to, whilst we go around these tighter corners, there we go, a little bit of harvesting. I think I've got enough time to claw this back a bit. It lost me a second, along with some terrible racing lines. We're still 1.92 ahead of Verline. When do I pit? Nick De Vries has taken his second attack mode. Okay. I think I'm going to pit at the end of this lap. Let's get it out of the way and see some carnage. So, in from the lead, Lucas Di Grassi, well done. Not seeing anyone else diving in just yet, which could mean that we're going to emerge into a lot of traffic. I'm still going to do that because I think that is worth us doing. There's everyone diving through. It was Taylor Barnard then. But he is in attack mode. He's still 3 odd seconds behind. Everyone's in attack mode. Dennis, Felix Acosta, Maloney. We're on pit boost, so we won't be doing attack mode. But even with that, we're closing him down. Verline's gone into attack mode as well, whilst I'm in pit boost in an effort to try and, I think, keep up. Nice. So, in the pits, Jake Dennis, Norman Natto, Oliver Rowland, and we're going to beat them all out. Nice. Ah! It's me trying to straight line things and change battery management at the same time. That didn't work, did it? That's Nico Muller into the pits. Don't worry about him. Nope. Straight in. So he's not a threat. Our teammate Maloney is holding on for dear life in 7th. Good. I didn't want to use attack mode this time around. I'm going to use some boost. Who's that in? That's a Matara in next. I think I will do boost this time around though. Let's go for it and see if that then allows us with our 45 seconds to get around Antonio Felix da Costa, and I think it will nicely. Maloney's got round Evans in the battle for 4, 5 and 6. We are on fire, baby. None of them are pitting this time around. We might catch them whilst we're still in boost. Nice. 41 seconds. Oh, Da Costa's into the pits. That's a second track warning. We need to be careful. Nice. Yeah, it's Gunther and Lipensky, I thought it was. Dragovic into the pits. He was an early leader, as does Maloney and Evans. Be interesting to see how that works out for them. Gunther goes round again. De Vries and Verline, the other two, still yet to pit. So we should still cycle to the front of this because we are actively closing down on Verline. That gap was 14 seconds a lap or two ago. It's now 12.5, so we are eating into it. So this strategic high-speed chess is playing itself out nicely. Verline in the pits. As is Nick de Vries. Will Gunther go round again and leave it till the last lap? Yes, he will. Maximilian Gunther gets to lead that lap over the line. I think I'm just going to sit back here to a point, at least anyway, and come out. Okay, got some 6 seconds over Pascal. Roland and Dragovic get past, and Barnard gets past De Vries, who's really suffered there. He's going to have to use his pit boost to try and get back in front again. We'll have that, Maxi. He should peel off. Indeed he does. Nice. Leaving me with a nice, easy, hopefully. Commentator's curse. Finale! Meet me! Nicely done. A win on not very much home turf. But after Maloney got podium last time, we're on top with Lucas Di Grassi. Verline again second. That's great for his championship challenge. Oliver Rowland third for Nissan. Barnard showing a great pace again in fourth ahead of De Vries, who did get back past Dragovic after pit boost helped him out. Then it was Motora getting off the board with some points. Nato, Maloney and Gunther rounding out the top 10. Gunther there leaving it till the very last lap. That didn't work for him at all, did it? Down in 10th. Then Evans, Muller, Da Costa and Dennis again last on the track for Andretti. So that keeps Verline up front, now 15 points clear of Nick de Vries in the Mahindra. We move into third. Boop boop. Ahead of Ollie Rowland, Barnard down to 5th. Dragovic stays in 6th, equal points with Maloney, Gunther. Mortara leapfrogs up to 11th after his first points in the season. Jaguar didn't score in that one, so it's famine or feast for them. That leaves them plumb last, but because between Maloney and myself we're getting a couple of podiums, we move up to second, leapfrogging Mahindra, who desperately need Mortara to be scoring some more points, I think, in order to help them out and get them into the championship hunt. Porsche leads the way though. Alright, we're off to round 4 now. Brazil, or Sao Paulo Ypres at least. This looks quite grey. Could there be rain on the way, I wonder? Oliver Rowland up front. Those. Oh, that's the Mahindras getting into each other. Then we hit the back of Natto and then hit Da Costa. Oh well. I mean, I wasn't aiming to play Skittles, but we'll give it a go. It's that corner that's very tight. So Brazil has, and we're coming up to it in 2 corners time. It's not this right-hander, it's the following one. There is a bump of camber there that spits me off into the barrier if you try to take it flat out, because without that bump you can take it flat out, but the bump is very much there, so you have to really think about it. See if we can power past more Natto, sorry. Nice, up into 11. Next up, as they try to take some attack boost. Oh wow, they got a much better exit off of that, did Muller and Evans, so we'll slot in behind. Nico Muller trying to ram me off the road there. I don't think so, mate. That's what happens. I know I caught the curb on the middle, inside, sorry. But yeah, it's pretty grim. Verline and Muller then in attack mode. See if we can scarper on up the road and see what we can do to get ourselves a bit more into the thick of the action. You can see with Muller, he's going to get us on attack mode, isn't he? You see the lights are different. Let's see if we can try and get... Yes, my son. Beautifully defended and retaken, and that is going to ruin Nico Muller's attack mode. That's what happens with that bump, far more better. Alright, Taylor Barnard into the pits for an early stop. Do lose quite a bit trying to get down that outside run. Mortara in attack mode. Pascal Wehrlein taking an early-ish pit stop as well. Interesting. And Evans and Dennis. Oh, sorry, not Evans. Dennis in. There we go. Right, let's use attack boost down the straight. And then you can see that's caught me up about half a second. Just there alone. Next up is Evans. Gunther ahead of us is already on attack mode, although it's coming to an end, so I think we'll be able to do something there. Evans takes attack mode to try and defend. Slightly scared him off the road there. Apologies, Mitch. There's Zane Maloney in the lead. Takes attack mode boost as well. I'm going to chill it down this straight. And then let's try and do a little bit of saving around those couple of corners. Look at how quickly they pull away though as soon as you start to go into like economy mode. It's quite prohibitive. Or it feels like it is, at least anyway. Going through ahead, Evans behind. We're closing down Maloney slightly. This for me is all about where is Verline after his early stop. And do we want to go early or late? Beautiful sunshine. Let's go round again. And let's go slightly shorter second stint, I think. And then I'll decide when I'm in the pits as to whether or not I will Nico Muller on a second attack mode for him, so he's getting him out the way early. Okay, let's dive in. Oh wow, we caught loads of time up on Drogovic there coming into the pits. I have to think one for a second. Right, a long pit stop. There you can see, look how much I've lost to Drogovic there as Drogovic was coming out the pits. Dennis has gone past as well. We're out ahead of Felix da Costa and Norman Nato, who are ending their attack modes. But we've got pit boost. I think we're going to be all right. Nearly. Playing with fire on that one, I think. Okay, let's boost it down. Slightly disconnected. That's Drogovic now into attack mode. Interesting, interesting. I felt like that was quicker doing attack mode in that latter one rather than the earlier one, so let's see how we're getting on. Maloney into the pits. Nearly. Alright, 98. We'll get this next lap around then. If we can go. Surely there's still some people that need to pit, or are we just not really that fast round here? Because oh, beautiful move. Are we able to hold it off? Yes, we are. Jake Dennis not in deciding to deploy anything to try and get back past, which is good. That's up. So it's Djokovic. De Vries is next up. Okay, but we are several seconds off. I thought we'd be closer to the pace than this around here, because this is a really fun circuit to drive, actually. I think the Brazilian one. Gunther up leading the way. Oh! Whoopsie! That's ruined it. If you were unsure as to whether or not these are just done in one-take wonders, now you know. No do-overs. Which is the best way to play racing games, in my opinion. Yeah, so Gunther was in the lead. He's now rejoined in ninth, just ahead of us. Again, Gunther with the late stops. That's not helping. And he's got pit boost and attack mode, and I don't think they stack in this game, at least anyway. So, like, that is suboptimal strategy there for Maxi Gunther. Mitch Evans now into the pits. I don't know if we'll be closer to him in theory on exit. There's someone else in as well, Nico Müller, who obviously we were battling with before all of this. So we're going to beat Müller. There's Evans! Woo! Alright, and he's going to have pit boost. So I don't know what he was doing around turns 1 and 2. He's taking forever there, which is good. Wow. Whilst we falter, it looks like our teammate is going to take a maiden victory for our yellow and blue strikingly liveried Lolas. Ourselves over the line. Djokovic just about able to defend over Gunther. I have just 5 energy left. I've noticed I've not really ran down everything to 0 each time. Just because I'm too busy chatting, basically. So Maloney wins. Verline again on the podium, as is Roland. Those are the 2 championship protagonists, really, aren't they? Barnard again in 4th, ahead of De Vries, Djokovic, Gunther, ourselves. Evans and Dennis rounds out the top 10 with Muller, Mortaro, Costa and Nato not scoring. But that means that we are currently leading the constructors with 2 to go. Verline has a comfy advantage, I think, over De Vries. Maloney moves up into 3rd. We slip down to 6th. Wah, wah. With Roland and Barnard in there as well. Down towards the back, Jake Dennis there with just 3 points. Da Costa on 4. Oh dear. It's not working out well. Alright, let's go to the British race. You know when I said I was terrible at Japan? I'm also terrible here. And it's all that Sector 1, and to be fair on this one as well, Sector 3, those switchback corners. I'm just not as good as the AI around them. I don't know if it's just because of mindsets and trying to take tight lines in or whatever. It just doesn't work for me. So expect carnage here, but I do love the indoor-outdoor vibe of the Excel Centre. I've been to the Excel Centre a few times in my life, but just not for Formula E. It's on my to-do list, on the assumption that it's still going ahead. Oh, all kinds of carnage going on there for, I think that was Mortara that we were getting stuck with. Evans, I think, is going to try and get through. No, because it's too snaky for its own good. There we go. Verline chops off Maloney. Better than chopping off Baloney. Oh, is that Gunther there doing Gunther things? I know he's calmed down. He used to be a little bit smash happy, but he's much better these days. But that was not the racing line. Ooh, could have been nasty to Pascal Verline there, but I chose not to. Our championship leader. What was that? So a real spread out field. Nick de Vries leading the way quite nicely though. Round and round. Chicane. Shimmy shimmy. A little bit of attack mode. Weirdly tight bus stop chicane. Off and away. Oh my god. Ow. Oh look. Mitch Evans completely without front wing. Mortara dives through. I think they've all tripped over themselves more than actually sorting out anything else. Natto takes pit boost. Nick de Vries is on pit boost. Attack mode as well. I just cannot get into a rhythm on that final sector. Hopefully you'll notice some improvement over the course of this race, because this is going to be grim otherwise. We are in 8th though, which is better than what I thought we was going to be. Mr. Vries pops into the pits very early. It's not the first time he's taken an early stop, is it? As we shimmy onto attack mode. Again, quite early on. Not seeing too many going for it, although as soon as I say that, Mitch Evans does. And I think actually, well, that says a lot. Nick de Vries is able to do his entire pit stop before I even get to him. That's how off the pace and rubbish we are. Oh, no. Silly Simon. That corner is always tighter than you think it's going to be. And then with this one, the first part is not tight, the second one is tighter. And then, it just, getting into a rhythm of it takes a while. So, whilst we're going around the smaller, tighter bits, let's see if we can regain back some battery, which we did. Nicely done. Because I have a feeling if I try to recharge my battery too much, we'll lose out to Evans and Natto. And potentially Mortara as well. Good. No one's pitting. I feel like I'm going to need to... I don't want to Oh my god. Simon! Well, that's ruined that. Oh! I sim race, you know. You'd never have guessed. Oh my god. Oh, Maloney, no! This is a Lola disaster. He's got no front wing either. I don't know what's happened to you, Zane, but clearly we are in the wars. I thought Zane was ahead of us. As Taylor Barnard in the lead takes his attack mode in his DS Penske. Right, let's get in. Get this pit stop out the way. Oh, Zane's in as well. Oh, will we be serviced together? Or is he gonna... Oh. So, both us Lolas causing problems for the leaders now. And you don't really get lapped cars so much in the main game because you've got tyre offsets and a few kind of pit stop things, but less around like battery management and all of that kind of stuff. There's more Tara pits, and it's at least that's someone coming out behind us. Hurrah! For goodness sake. I don't think we're going to score, you know. Which does not surprise me in the slightest. Where's Maloney gone? Oh, that's not attack mode, Simon. That is the runoff area. Ah, diving in too early. And some of this is caused by my terrible driving. Some of it is definitely around there still being very much a... When you swing the analog stick around, like, there's a real tilted weightness to the steering on Formula Legends, which I've gotten used to. Oh, of course, just why not have some rain? But it's definitely less consistent than, say, a traditional sim racing style game, because this is definitely much more Simcadian with much emphasis on the arcadey bit. Damn it, the Costas beat us out the pits, which does not surprise me considering the absolute travesty I've been driving. We are a long way off of Jake Dennis, who's at least in the points, considering he's last in the championship at the minute. There we go, that's a little smush of attack mode to help us out with that. I'd argue I think the other attack mode potentially is slightly more advantageous. That was Taylor Barnard into the pits from the lead. Or was it? No, it was someone in. Barnard's on pit boost, sorry. Being Andretti in, won't it? Because Andretti are yellow on the dots. I'm glad that it's rained on this circuit though, because it gets to show you the kind of indoor-outdoorness of the weather. So, apologies, this race is not particularly exciting, although we're about to get lapped by absolutely everyone. So, I might pretend that there are some blue flags just to get out of the way of them, but let's see how we get on. So yeah, Barnard's still leading the way, but there's a queue. For goodness sake. Clearly they're running into trouble. I've sped away. We aren't going to score. Let's do the final lap on board. As Taylor Barnard wins and I find a barrier. It does feel like a very grown-up karting track. Even the corners feel like it. We did it! Not last. Probably deserved to be last. God, that one's over. Enjoy the track in real life, cannot drive it for a penny. Oh, and it's a surprise. Rowland and Verline on the podium, but it's Taylor Barnard that wins the day for Penske. De Vries into fourth. So that helps Verline with his championship charge ahead of Muller, Gunther, Drogovic, Nato in the points, as is Evans and Dennis. So a little switch around towards the back end. But I think, yeah, that means that Pascal Verline is championship winner already. I think. 71. No. So if Verline doesn't score and Barnard wins, he wins by a point. Okay. 25. Yeah. De Vries can't win it though. Rowan and Mulaney ourselves are in 6th still, so that's not so bad. Muller jumps up to 9 ahead of Evans, Nato, Mortara, and Dennis leapfrogs Da Costa, but they're both on 4 points. And we've now totally lost our championship lead in the constructors. Shock. Which leads us to the finale at Tempelhof in Berlin for the beautiful airport race that we never knew we needed. I have a soft spot for this circuit. I just think it's fun to watch, it's fun to drive. Now it looks a little bit soggy. So Verline starts 8th, Barnard 6th, if we're thinking championship. Perfect start there. Let's get a move on. See if we can get past Mortara. Don't block me in, Gunther. Scything through the Andretti's. Beautiful move there. And we'll have you straight off the bat as well. So we're straight into 4th position from 14th on the grid. That is a very Formula E thing. Sorry, Nico. So it's Roland and Maloney up front. Nico Muller already on attack mode. Calm down, mate. It's that one. But actually, it's not working out well for him because Nick de Vries looks like he's going to try and get past, despite Muller being on attack mode. So that's not worked at all. Gunther's got up into 6th using his attack mode. So be really careful with that corner because you think you can take it flat, but you can't always do so. Right, I think Roland in attack mode as well. Ollie Roland, sorry. I'm so sorry. I haven't spoken to Nick for years. I don't know why, he's just force of habit. Here's de Vries coming through on his attack mode. Chasing me down. And Maloney's in attack mode as well. I think if I just go in slightly wide, I might be able to lob a couple of bits of attack mode off of that without having to lose quite as much time. I smell a strategy of racing lines to play with. Maloney and Roland might be a bit above where I'm running at the moment, but I think there's a podium here for me if I can just keep it together. Didn't even clip attack mode this time around. Never mind. Actually, you can take that final corner flat out if you go into economy mode. Does the same happen here as well, I wonder? No. Quickly answered. Off and away. Let's get our attack mode in. Muller in their second attack mode. Okay, Norman Nato into the pits from what was 6th. That would be a good end to his season if he can get himself back there, I guess. That felt like a corner cut. Yeah, I'm not really making as much of a headway into that lead duo as much as I wanted to, so this is frustrating slightly. 3 seconds behind. I think I will chop this in half. Mortara for Mahindra having his attack mode ahead of Nick de Vries. So again, if we're thinking about our thing, all Maloney's on attack mode. Okay. You know what, I'm going to go round again, and it's mainly because, and I appreciate this is boring for viewing, but I think we'll end up rejoining in that massive amount of midfield, and I don't really want to do that. It's getting drier. Right, we're into the pits. Dennis there moving up a couple of places behind us. A little mini bit of economy to try and shave a second maybe off of our recharge. Come on, 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 go. Yeah. Oh god. That's a lot of traffic. This is actually worse, I think, than what it was going to be before. But hey, let's see how we can get on. So it's DaCosta up ahead. Barnard only 10th. So not looking great from Taylor Barnard being able to win this championship, is it? We're ahead of Nato and Gunter at least, so... Looks like no one wants to pit. So, DaCosta. Oh, that looks like Barnard trying to do some attack mode and nearly losing out there. Let's see if we can get past DaCosta. Yes, we can. We're going to do round the outside for Barnard. Yes, we are. Nice. That's 2 done. Is that Barnard pitting? No. So up ahead we've got Muller and Drogovic having a squabble. Muller's had both of his attack modes as well, so he is not doing well, and he's still trying to take attack mode, so that's not very helpful for him, I feel, with his optimal strategy. Uh-oh! Sorry, Drogovic and Muller. Alright, now we're in attack mode. Let's go for it. Verline and Dennis up ahead. Look at the speed. Verline into the pits on his way to his championship win, potentially. If it's not actually a win itself, that is not the racing line, Simon. That is. Through we go, past Dennis. Next up, Mortara. He's slotted in a few seconds behind Nick de Vries. Maloney still leading the way, but has not pitted, I think. No, de Vries is in. Right, and we've now got so much battery. As there is de Vries and Roland rejoining. So that is Roland out of the pits. I want you through. Nudges. Right, Maloney into the pits. Is that too late? And is Mortara actually still to pit or not? I think he's still to pit, you know. Yep, in he comes. Out the pits comes Maloney. Here we are with not much left. Let's go for it. Ah, no. Where's he gone? There he is. Come on, Maloney. Oh no, he's let Roland through. That's not what's supposed to happen. Get him back. Well done. Alright, you've got pit boost. I'm going to try and get us over the line, and we can do a 1-2 finale for Lola, bowing out Lucas Di Grassi from his racing career. A 1-2 for Lola. What does that do for our Constructors' Championship, I wonder? 2 wins out of 6 races, I'll take that. Roland on the podium in 3rd. Maloney, I think, got 3 podiums as well, so well done, well done. Natto, De Vries, Gunther, Mortara, Evans. Verline only scored 2 points, but sadly Taylor Barnard was 13th and not 1st, so that didn't work for him. So Verline grabs that championship just. Well, not just, you know what I mean. Wah, wah, wah. And that means we are champions, at least in Constructors' World, with 133 points. Pascal Verline on 93. Roland sneaking 2nd away from De Vries. Zane Maloney beats us by a point and gets ahead of Taylor Barnard with thanks to that 2nd place. Gunther gets ahead of Dragovic, Natto, Evans, Muller. And it's Antonio Felix Acosta who rounds out the world. And there we have it. A championship of Formula E proportions. I'll take that quite happily. I hope that was interesting. The Formula E DLC pack is out for Formula Legends now on PC. I believe it is coming to consoles very shortly. Yeah, you take care. Keep subscribing and watching and having good fun on High Plane Racing.